Hi, I'm going to do an experiment today, and I'd be really grateful if you'd participate in it and give me some feedback. Now, you may have already visited the page on our main website called the 10 Question Problem Solver. It continues to be a really popular page on the site. If you go on that page, there's a short video of me asking you a series of 10 questions, suitably spaced out so there's a gap for you to think up the answer in between the questions. And lots of people have said they find it useful, and it's a great way of just focusing your mind on a specific problem and figuring out what's the next step that you can take to move the situation forward and go in the direction you want to go in. So I was thinking about, if that's so popular, I wonder if there's something else we could do in the same vein that people would find equally useful. And one of the things I often get asked about is, how do you change beliefs? So in preparation for our Master Practitioner programme that's coming up soon, I was thumbing through some of the material, and I started looking at some of the patterns in the quantum linguistics section. And quantum linguistics is a part of NLP that was developed mainly by Tad James, John Overdurf and Julie Silverthorne, and they're the people I learnt it from. So they created a number of linguistic patterns that are essentially a set of questions. So the one I thought we'd do the experiment with is called the Decision Destroyer. Now, at the top of the page, see, I have the notes here. At the top of the page, it says, this process requires rapport. So here's my experiment. I wondered if we could do this through the means of video. Normally, I'd only do it with somebody where I'm face-to-face, and I'm certain that I have the right amount of rapport to be able to make this work. But let's just see. If you'd like to play along with this one and then let me know how well it works for you, I'd be really grateful for the feedback. OK, so if you're ready, first of all, what I'd like you to do is to think about a difficulty that you have in life, a problem that seems to be based around some sort of mental block, a limiting decision, something where you think you just can't do something or something won't work or in some way things are against you. So if you can think of something like that, something that has been a bit of a problem for you in a number of situations and you're aware of it in the way that it blocks things in your life. So if you've been in any kind of NLP program, I'm sure you've thought of some of these from time to time. So think about that problem and just notice how it has caused difficulties for you, and notice exactly what it is that you say to yourself that causes you not to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Okay? So what I want to ask you is, when did you decide that that was true? And where were you when you were deciding that? Just before that, where were you? Now, as you think about your present situation in life, notice how many options you have now. Think of that old problem and notice how you feel now. And as you think about the next time you may be in a situation where this is relevant, knowing what you know now, notice how much better you feel not doing it. OK, now, that's a much more advanced process than the 10-question problem solver. And I'm really curious to know, did that make a difference to what you were thinking and how you were feeling about that problem that you started off with at the beginning of the section? So take a moment, if you would, and send me some feedback. I'm really interested to know, did it work?